Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of the Paris 13 Atletico Savers. We look to do it better than PSG. In last episode, we had an amazing couple of games against United and PSG before getting knocked out in the semi-final of the Champions League. Highly recommend go check out that episode and the episode before against Ajax. But in today's episode, we have Lyon in a massive game in the league because we're 4 points clear. The reason why we're here a day early, PSG are about to play Lille. So there's potential for this game to be the game that we win the title in, depending on results. And lastly, we've obviously got PSG in the French Cup final. For the first time, we meet them in the French Cup final. We've won it twice. They've won it a numerous amount of times. It is a battle of which side is the best team in France. And maybe it is the emergence of Paris 13 Atletico out of its older brother's shadow. Without further ado, PSG do have Lille in a massive game, so we're going to hit continue here. We need to see a result. Please, Lille, do us a favour. Yeah, okay. You can see why PSG are very good. Can you not? There we are. 8-0. Domination. Yeah, right. Mbappe went nuclear. They all went nuclear. That puts me 1 point clear. Our goal difference is actually better than PSG's as well. So there's a world where if I draw the next game, right, and then draw the game after and PSG win, we could go into the final day knowing that we need to win by overturning goal difference or actually be slightly ahead dependent. But that is a massive result there for PSG in goal different terms. With that being said then, this is must win. It's only a few days after playing Man United in a game where once we realised it was over, we kind of took most of the people off. The big talking point is Moukoko has not scored in 4 and having one of, if not the worst time he's had in his whole career with us. I can't remember him going on a run without scoring goals. It's beginning worrisome, and the fact that a guy that's that world class is now all of a sudden can't find the back of the net when PSG are hunting you down does give you cause for concern. Saying that though, this is a game we cannot afford to lose. We must win this game if we want to win the title, or at least at a minimum find a draw, because that would put me in a position where if we beat Lorient, a final day draw against Rennes could win me the title on goal difference, depending on the goal difference, of course, as well. Without further ado though, it's Lyon away from home in a game that I'm going to be going hell-bent for a win, but let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. We are live on stream. Links down below. Come follow us live on Twitch. Do like and subscribe. If we win this game and we win against PSG or lose, depending on what happens in the French Cup final, the next episode will be the last 2 games of the season as well. We're going to split them up. Your team here is Kim, Ingles, Picken. Diallo's come in because we have got Tariq, who's fit, but he's been complaining about a rest that's needed. He's not complaining about that now, so he's in. Cicello. Canna is going to start. Ravello and Luis Fernando. Vincent's going to start. Bakayoko's form's dropped off. Vincent's been in outrageous form in years. Dossu's actually coming in for Maxime Chivalery because Chivalery hasn't done much, but apparently his form has been okay, so maybe I'm a bit stupid. And Moukoko up top. 53 goals he scored this year, but he's been stranded on 39 league goals in 31 games. We kind of need a penalty to swing the score and get on with it. With that being said, without further ado, the bench is in pretty good shape. I do expect a lot of tired legs out here. This is my issue. We know that that was a thing against Monaco, that we were very tired. So maybe we should rotate, so then we can bring other people off the bench. So maybe we should actually go like a Mel Badai and a Dossu. But look, we're going to go full strength. And away we go. Cheeky cat. Don't know what you're doing, but here you are. What, you want to go outside? Not happening at 9:30 at night. Anyhow, let's go. We're talking to the cat. Doesn't matter. We need to win. We need to win. Lyon are going to line up in this. Their form's been putrid. Diaby, Aziabi, they're very good footballers, but they're getting on in life. Look, we need to go out here. We need to dominate. We need to win. Simple as that. If we're as good as we think we are, this is a game that you win every time. But we'll find out. 2 days after a Champions League semi-final and losing heavily doesn't always fill you for concern. You cause good feeling, but it is what it is. Ingles on the ball, back to Canna, looks for Vincent, poor from Canna, but we win it back with Ravella. Vincent's in, Moukoko, it counts. He's found his goal. He's back in the goal scoring charts. And he's got goal number 40 in the league. Finally, he's been stranded on 39 for a while. Finson, with the presence of mind, just to lay it into the path. Superb from the youngster. And this is why Bakayoko hasn't been starting. And there we go. A massive goal to go 4 points clear again in the league. Dim, you've missed a lot. You have missed a lot. Anyhow, Ezi Abad on the ball. Franyik. Diaby's back stick. Kim claims. That's fine. Kim looking long. Finson's out there. Instead, Makoku wanted it. Odd. Finson needs to get up for this one. Does it 6'4". Ball looking for Makoku. Finds him. First time. He hasn't scored in 4 games. Hasn't scored in 5 games. He's got a brace in 2 minutes between goals. 3 minutes between goals. 2-0 up. 17 minutes played. And a day after PSG win to bring the gap back down to 2. Or the gap back down to 1. We're 2-0 up. 3 days after the Champions League semi-final to bring the league back to 4 points. Superb. Exactly what we needed here. By the way, Makoku out of form, needed to get back into it. Makoku's on 50. Yes, Tim. He scored 55 goals in all competitions this year. He hasn't scored in his last 4/5 games, I think. Definitely his last 4. Definitely hasn't scored his last 3 league games. But I believe he hasn't scored in 5 or 4. Ravella, picking heads over. That's okay. This is good, boys. This is good. Glad that we got a 2-0 lead here because we're going to need to rotate people for this French Cup final as well. 37 minutes played. We lead 2-0. Goal right now, and I'm starting to rotate people. Pickens back stick, heads just wide. I really think if we took a 3-0 lead, I'd start to rotate people. Highlight right on half-time. Tackles flying everywhere. Don't get a red card right now. Don't concede right now. That would make things interesting. Cicello. Maxime Chevalier. Well, Dim, if I'm doing the French Cup final for YouTube, then you would know who I'm playing. Dim's obviously come in late to the stream. Usually watches. He's missed a lot, though, tonight. You're not going to believe this stream when I put the VOD back up, mate. You're going to have to watch. I'll talk to you afterwards. That feels like a ball that was going to be let bounce, but we don't. Tariq now. Cicello. Luis Fernando. Back to Canna. Fernando. Cicello. Canna again. Makoku made a run. Good touch. Well, we just saw goal of the year. 3-0. Makoku. Hat-trick. Hasn't scored in his last 5. Off he comes. And, well, what in the world was that? One touch, man on him, on the volley, over the keeper into the roof of the net. That is the goal of the year. Can we please go back? I send goals to my mate Paul. And, Paulie. Where is my mate Paul? There he is. There he is. I'm in the middle of a title fight, Paul, with PSG. 3 games to go. Makoku hasn't scored in 5. This brings up his hat-trick. That's with a man on him and a touch and a volley. Wow. I'm in the middle of okay, I don't need to hear myself talk. Paul just needs to watch. They've actually played alright. They're Lyon too by the stats, but yeah, okay. Makoku off. Rest him for the final. That's fine. Who else is coming back from injury here? Luis Fernando can play. Tariq was complaining about fitness, so we're going to do that. Cicello's played a lot of minutes of late, but don't want to bring him off too early. Ravella's played a lot of minutes of late. Might actually do that. Into the dressing room we go. Start the second half. And again, we had to win. Off we went. But look at the stats. Same stats. We've just been clinical. But yeah, we've taken off some people here. Cicello's pretty dead now, which is fair enough. Played so many minutes. I don't like bringing Perrin on so early, but it is what it is. Ingwes is another one on. Pack 4 is just getting rotated. Look, Luis Fernando coming back from injury. I know he's not had the best of the game, but out he comes from Melbourne. We can't make that change. Look, is what it is. There we go. Pickens dead, but yeah. Fresh legs out at the back. Needed. A goal for them right now makes things very nervy. And they've got numbers over. Oh, Kim, save me. Big miss. Pernin. Salama. Might take Pernin off fullback on attack. He's better going forward, though, to be fair. The backup right back. Pimbele. Get rid of it now. You've just been tackled. Thank you. They've gone on the full blitz press, which is fair enough when you're 3-0 down. Canna. Pickin. Look at them swarm. We need to get a ball over the top here. Never came. Starting to get a bit nervous. I know we're 3-0 up and we shouldn't get as nervous, but I've made a few changes at the back that could unsettle us a lot. But we had to. They were all dead. Wow. A goal for them right now. Kim, I need you. That's a finish. It's all right. We're 3-1 up. Relax, everybody. Relax. We're 3-1 up. It's okay. They've played really well, to be fair to them. Corner. Maxine Chevalier to whip. Luis Fernando heads back in the box. Canna, have a dig. I wanted a shot then, because I just wanted the highlight over. Luis Fernando gets on it. Needs to find a pass here. Salama knows how to hit him. He does it every time. He has scored more goals from outside the box than in the box for us in his career. I reckon he scored 90% of his goals from outside the box. This is not a reoccurrence. He does this all the time. Great goal from Salama. That's going to kill this game off. Top bin, one touch. That's why we train him to be a deep line playmaker, because he's that good. With that being said, just do this, please, and do that. Thank you. Done. Just calm it down. To be fair to Leon, they've played really well, but we've been clinical. Paulie has responded. Take that. Yeah, we definitely take that. That's for sure. Luis Fernando might get on that. Nearly did. Ball over the top. Great ball to Daka. That's a great chip too. To be fair to Patson Daka, that is a great goal. 4-2 should be still all but over. Highlight from kickoff. I can't handle this Football Manager. I've seen us throw away enough leads trying to freaking hold on to this league title. Oh my God, we're giving the ball away from kickoff. That's a goal. We're about to throw away the league title, are we? We're about to throw away the league title. Are we serious? 2 goals in 2 minutes, and this now becomes nervy. And this highlight's not going to end because I'm trying to make changes. Football Manager's going to FM me out of this, aren't they? Football Managers are going to FM me out of this, aren't they? Breathe, everybody breathe, everybody breathe, everybody breathe, everybody breathe. To be fair to Leon, they probably deserve something out of that. We were not great. But at 4-1 up, how the hell do we concede 2 goals in the same minute? Oh my God. I just aged about 5 years. We're 1 game away from the title now. 1 game away from the title. We've got Lorient next in the league, which will be next episode, knowing that if we win that game, we cannot be caught. What a game. See everybody in 4 days' time for the French Cup final. against PSG. French Cup final day. It is PSG in the game that is going to determine who is the best team in France at the moment. We are 1 win away from the title, as we well know. So this could be potentially for a double in the season, which would be fantastic. Saying that, though, the one thing I will say, we've beaten PSG at home the last 2 times we played at home. The last 3 Trophy League champions we've been part of, 3-0, 4-0 and 4-0 against PSG. So something about cup finals at the Stade de France where we cop it a lot. It is the first time in the save that we've got PSG in the French Cup final. Every time we've made the final and won, or made the final, we have won, and now only 2 times we've made the final of the French Cup. Both times PSG have been knocked out. In terms of the team, full strength, of course it is. I know we have a game against Lorient in 2 days' time to win the title, but I still want to go full strength here because I could slightly rotate and still probably beat Lorient on paper, but we'll think about that next episode. The team is going to be the normal back four with normal Kim in net, who has to get a shout out. I know that he's wanted by a lot of clubs, etc. This guy, I'm not selling him for anything less than 50, 60 mil. 18 clean sheets after getting 21, only conceding 20. I said I wanted 20 clean sheets this year. We're 2 clean sheets away, which would be ideal. Luis Fernando, still going to keep his spot. Back four's fine. Canna is in there too. Not looking too far ahead to next year. I'll probably mention it next episode, but he's probably the only one of the team that isn't nailed. The rest of this team is going to be here and play next year as well. Bakayoko comes back in because it's a big game. Luis Fernando's form's dropped off, same with Cicello. But throughout the whole year, they've been really good, so we're going to trust them for the final. It'll be interesting to see what sort of side PSG launch as well. We know they have an extra day break on us from the last league game, which is handy for them, but they might still be a little bit legless here. Not really. Mbappe's playing, Guilherme's there, Linus is there, Vitina's in, he didn't start last time. Either Pimbele, Eric Garcia. Yeah, it's a similar side of lineup. That hasn't really changed. Grigos, one of their big signings, I haven't seen play against me at all this year. Maybe he's been injured. But yeah, look, there it is. It's a very similar lineup to what we're used to. Guilherme, we've seen last episode how fantastic he is after they spent 95 million on him in January. Let's see what we can do. Early corner, we've been good from these because of the height we have. Picking, would have been nice. It's been different having 2 really tall centre-backs, a 6'6" and a 6'4" centre-back. Corners have kind of gone out the window, but we've been scoring of them of late. Would love another one. Same highlight as well. Donnarumma got dropped as well. Yeah, that happens. Their keeper there plays in all their cup games from what we've seen as well, by the way. So that hasn't surprised me that Donnarumma got dropped. It's just what that PSG do. This guy plays in all their cup games no matter what. Ravella, Picken, Ravella, Inguez. Good hold of the shape here from Guilherme, their Brazilian, because he's forcing me this way. Tariq now. Need someone to drop into this space here. Ravella is the guy. Good. Luis Fernando. Back to Canna. I was about to say Kanye West. Yeah. Bakayoko, Luis Fernando, Moukoko over the top, back in goal scoring form. That's a poor finish as well. But yeah, they've got like Vladish Kovu, whatever his name is, in net. This guy here. He only plays the cup games. He's their cup keeper. Doesn't play in the league. Played in all 6 cup games. That's what they do. He doesn't barely concede, to be fair. But there we are. Anyway, 20-odd minutes in. 0-0. He had a chance, but we didn't take it. Well done, Bakayoko. Well picked up. A bit lucky. I think they ran into each other. Anyway, great ball to Maxine. Good touch. Canna can pick a pass. Ravella now. Moukoko starts making his run. Inguez. Bakayoko. Ravella. Looks for Moukoko. That was never on that ball. That's where we just needed to keep it an extra pass or 2. Anyway, Mbappe dropping really deep, which we love to see, but that is a ball and a half. Guilherme, the Brazilian international. Kim foils him. What a save. He's a world-class striker, but in both games he's played against us, he has fired blanks. And that is good. 24 minutes played. French Cup final. 0-0. Tariq. Maxine. And away it goes. And you can see why Kim's wanted by United and City, don't you, Dimmy? Anyway, Cicello. Cicello. Canna can hit him. One touch, far corner. Good save, to be fair to Vladic. He was in a good area. I wanted him to hit that a bit earlier. I think once he comes in an extra touch, the keeper can reposition. If he had hit that one slightly earlier, the keeper would have been out of position. Anyhow, good save. Another big moment for us gone. Wish that was Salama. That would have been a goal. It's not what the deep line playmakers there to do to score, but it would have been nice. Guilherme, Mendes should be the highlight here. It is. 31 minutes played, 0-0. Beautiful. Been slightly the better side here too, which is nice. Time is ticking. Highlight. Free kick. Ravella of all people taking it. Why is Mokoku not taking it if Bakayoko isn't taking it? Trying to think who would normally take that. Bakayoko. Don't know why Ravella's taking it, but there he is. It's 0-0 still, and it was a decent save from their keeper. Inguez now, and that's that. That's probably the highlight and all she wrote. Half-time 0-0 in the French Cup final. I actually had a pretty good half, to be fair, on paper. You only allowed 3 changes in the French Cup final, so I'm not going to overcommit to changes here either. That isn't going to be given as a penalty. That is disgusting. Wow. It's going to be given. Nothing really in it, but there you go. Kim versus Mbappe. We've seen Mbappe score enough penalties versus us. And, well, there you go. 1-0 down. Don't even think there was really even a challenge. The guy just went to the ground. It's the graphics engine and the match engine not talking to each other. But, yeah, 1-0 down to a dubious penalty. But it's always given on FM, so it is what it is. We've had a pretty good time of it. Just haven't scored our big chance, and then PSG get given a lifeline. Typical Football Manager. Mbappe, Kim. Good claim. Still got time. And that's the thing. We still got time. Good throw into Inguez. Great ball to Bakayoko. Back to Inguez. Ravella. Back to Inguez. Canna. Ravella. Crunched. Don't like this. We've not come out well here second half. Mendes now has got options. Guilherme's with him. Mendes went for goal. Kim with a fingertip touch onto the post. What a save to keep us in this cup final. I think at 2-0 it would be all she wrote. Not happy with everything here at the minute. We're going to move into the 4-2-3-1. Just do that for now. Deep line playmaker and support. Might get Maxine actually to go inside forward. Be a little bit different. See if something happens in the 4-2-3-1. If not, we're going to make some changes. Mokoku yet again having a stinker. Highlight. Luis Fernando. Picked off. Vitina. Ricky. Guilherme. Goal for them and it's all but over. Think this is just not our day here, boys. I'm going to go into that. Tosu on one side. Actually, I've stuffed that up. That's that. Mokoku on the other side. His name's Elijah, we know that. Luis Fernando's dead, so Melba Lai is on. Canna's dead, so I'm actually going to bring Salama on, which means that Maxine's going to stay out there and Bakayoko, and both of them have done nothing. Going to leave Canna with no legs out there, which feels dirty. We need one extra change. Fidson's been in unreal form. Dosu has been a legend of the save. I'm going to take the... Smart move's taking Canna off, so then Salama can win the ball and Salama can hit it from distance. So he's a goal threat too. But are you really going to make a defensive midfield for a defensive middle change when you're 1-0 down needing a goal? No. So then the question is it Vincent? Or is it Dosu? Oh, it's so brutal. Just feel like with one midfielder you need the legs. So Salama in you get and you know how to score from distance. That's the one. Here we go. Last roll of the dice. The goal for PSG, it's all over. We've gone and committed now. Been good. We deserved the score first half especially, but nothing happened. Alvarez went from distance. That's the highlight. Is there going to be a moment of magic here? Can this produce, this system? We saw it produce against Ajax. It is not a highlight here. Come on. Got to be one last highlight. We lose the cup final to PSG 1-0. PSG still the best team in France. But let's hope they're not lifting the League Cup in the next episode. To be fair, we should have scored in that game. We were good enough to score. A dubious penalty is all that separates it. A very cagey cup final. Not the way we wanted to end. But it is what it is. It is what it is. With that being said, YouTube, I want to see you in 3 days' time for the next episode where if we beat Lorient, we will be 4 points clear with 1 game to go, and that's a mathematical win of the title. And we finally have toppled PSG in the league. I'll see you guys in a second. I'll see you guys next episode. Thank you and goodbye.